Hi Soul Family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have a couple channeled messages for the collective today. So off the bat, let's get started with the first couple. So what I was getting was, in this new chapter, this is where you're going to be rejecting people. You're going to be the one rejecting offers that come through. And I think this is very healing for you, although it sounds like, like almost egotistical. It's not going to be like that. Because this last situation put you in a situation, so you were put in a situation recently where you've had enough of other people's bullshit. You've had enough of settling, you've had enough of breadcrumbing, you had enough of lies. So before, you used to allow yourself to believe the lies of other people because you didn't feel worthy of connections. You felt like you had to overdo it to be worthy of being in a connection with someone. So because you let go of that, you've learned your lesson, you've chosen yourself, you've risen, you're not going to be settling for bullshit anymore. So if you're not vibing with someone, you're not going to force it to fit. You're just going to be like, all right, like, this isn't working, and you're not going to care. Before, maybe you were so much of a people pleaser that you wanted everybody to like you, but now you don't care. And that's very powerful for you, and it's very healing for you, because you're coming out of a time of deep people pleasing. Like, you used to be like at the top of the list of people pleasers, but you're no longer in that vibration anymore. So you guys need to hear that you've shifted. You have a zero tolerance for bullshit, okay? And that's a great place to be. So I've been seeing white horses, squirrels, 1616, 666, hummingbirds, 1111, and 1212. So those are signs that this video might be for you. Also, when you see squirrels, Spirit is calling you to change your routine, like to switch things up, be adaptable, just like be spontaneous, stop living your life by a routine. Where you're gonna be at this time, like add some adventure in there. So anytime I see squirrels, I know that's what it means. Some of you guys could have recently broken glass as well. So Spirit's saying it's time for you to take yourself seriously, your dreams seriously. If you're not gonna take yourself seriously, there's no way you're gonna be manifesting the dreams that you need, right? Because in the beginning of our manifestations, especially when it has to do with your life purpose, you won't see anything in the 3D. To be honest with you, it's all going to be inside. It's going to vibrationally manifest inside of you before it goes externally, right? And when you believe in yourself and take yourself seriously, you stop getting in your own way. When you get that intuition to create something, you do it because you believe in yourself. And I just feel like it's better to bet on yourself and not hit than to not bet on yourself at all, right? And you can trust yourself. I just feel like I need to say you can trust yourself. That's coming through. So one thing I've been learning, one thing I realized with forgiveness, this is my own personal opinion, so I just wanted to kind of share it. Forgiveness happens when we detach from wanting to forgive a specific person. A lot of the times when we're coming out of people pleasing, we feel like we have to forgive someone because, we just don't like the way that it makes us feel when we have hate or like anger or whatever feelings we have towards a specific person. We prefer to feel better. So we try to hurry up and forgive and completely stifle down those feelings or ignore those feelings because we're just like, what, at the end of the day it happened. I have to move forward. However, I realized that that's not the way to go. It really isn't. Honestly, what I realized for me, forgiveness came after I saw the benefits of what they came to teach me. So say, for example, they came to teach me about self-worth, and I chose myself. I decided to, take my life seriously, no longer settle for less, and, step up and go after my dreams. And now I'm seeing all this beautiful things manifest in my reality, and it wouldn't have happened if I wasn't at rock bottom. Now I can see the lesson in it. I can appreciate the lesson in it because I see the rewards. I don't know if that sounds like crazy, but that's what I've realized for me. I can't begin to forgive until I start to put myself first, or just taking aligned action to better my own life instead of staying down in the place that they left me. So I don't know if that might help someone. Like, when I stop hyperfixating on trying to forgive a person and to focus on myself, put myself on the pedestal that I put them on, things shifted for me, and I didn't have to think about. I don't think about them like I used to. Like, when people hurt us, sometimes we can spend all day just like hyper fixating on what they did, and it just creates more of that terrible feeling that they left us with, right? So one thing I realized is just focusing on myself and really just taking my life seriously and doing what's best for me was how I was able to let go of that connection. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but the answer is really just loving yourself, putting yourself on the pedestal, and then forgiveness will come later on. But that doesn't mean that, you know, a lot of people in the spiritual community likes to push forgiveness, and you feel like I can only manifest once I've forgiven. But that's not true. You need to focus on you, put you on the pedestal, and forgiveness will come with time. But, you know, it doesn't mean that your manifestations are going to be hold up because you haven't forgiven Shirley for what they did to you 5 years ago. But it's just like, are you still stuck in that timeline? That's the only way that forgiveness, not forgiving someone, can keep you stuck, is if you don't let it aid your growth and you stay stuck in the same position that they left you. So that's the only way that, I hope that makes sense. I'm really hoping that makes sense. But yeah. So yeah. You know, I just realized that everything happens with attachment. So detaching from wanting to forgive them will lead to you forgiving them. So let's see. So Spirit is calling us to live in the present moment. So everything happens in the present moment. You know, a lot of the times we visualize our dreams and we see it as something further away rather than living presently. So you can create the future in the present moment. And Spirit just keeps reiterating that because, you know, it's so easy to forget. And when we are always constantly in our mind, we're not living. You know, what are you doing in your day-to-day that, you know, brings you one step closer to whatever you want to manifest? It's really just one step. You don't have to like have 50 billion things on your to-do list, but when you put one step, like you do one step towards what you're manifesting daily, you feel like you are aligned, and you don't have, there's like that anxious feeling that comes up when we don't do any action, when we don't take action towards our goals. You know, we sit in paralysis and we don't take action, and then we just feel like we're out of alignment. So Spirit's saying that what's one thing that you can do daily, commit to, like a new habit that keeps you in alignment with where you want to go. So this is all a personal thing because, you know, what might work for me may not work for you. But personally, in my own life, I give myself 1 to 2 hours daily to really just sit down and do something productive towards what I want to manifest. And this came in with me doing quantum jumping meditations to connect to my like higher self, that timeline, and those downloads came through my intuition. So trusting your intuition and trusting the downloads you get, but that's gonna come when you are calm. You know, when we're when we're always anxious, we don't believe the signs that we're getting. We don't trust that voice. So Spirit's saying calm your nervous system, focus on being in a calmer state. So that's coming up for some people. Yes. So let's see. Let's get some tarot. I feel like, you know, Spirit's really emphasizing that you guys had to go through a very like spiritual warfare to really align with a certain manifestation that you wanted, you know, because you guys had a lot of limited beliefs. So Spirit needed you to choose your peaceful timeline, to choose your happiness, to see that you had the power to choose it. You know, instead of waiting for other people to choose you, you had the power to choose yourself. So I feel like that was a very hard lesson that you guys are coming out of. But, you know, like, we get to decide how that situation shapes us. So did you allow it to keep you down, or did you allow it to make you stronger? That's coming through. Any messages for the collective, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, okay. I see what's going on. Okay, so first of all, this is a really good spread. You guys are actually moving away from the heartbreak. And if you guys are not feeling this vibration right now, you're not feeling this energy right now, it's going to be something that shocks you. Like, it's going to come out of nowhere. Like, one day you're going to wake up and you're just going to start doing the things that you need to do. So right now, Spirit's saying be patient with yourself. Cry as much as you need to cry, feel as much as you need to feel. And guys, when I say like focus on you after going through this, I don't mean ignore your feelings. Tears will come. There'll be days when you're feeling like, oh my God, like I can't. However, I'm just saying that to make yourself your number one priority is the only way through this. Loving on yourself is the only way through this. It's not gonna be like beating yourself up, blaming yourself, shame, guilt. None of that actually moves us. None of that actually works, okay? It's all a form of conditioning that we grew up like with, you know. But Spirit is saying a wish fulfillment is coming through a time like after you come out of a major heartbreak. So this is a part of a manifestation that you manifested. Maybe you guys are manifesting, you know, a soulmate connection, but Spirit needed to see that you were done choosing the crap that you always chose, whether that be friendship or romantically, you know. But you guys are moving into calmer waters because you're done. You're tired of the energy vampires. Like, this is my collective where you've had enough. Okay, you can fill a book with the amount of stories and things people have put you through. Okay, but you know, like, That's how we learn as humans. Like, we have to go through like a shit ton of crap, just a bunch of crap, before we can actually choose our own peace. I don't know what it is. I really don't know the science behind it, but it's just, when I made the biggest changes in my life was after choosing the shittiest options there were. So if I was dating a narcissist, it wasn't until I dated one specific person that was the worst out of all the people that I've dated that I was able to make a change. And now I can be thankful for them because I've chosen myself. I put myself on a pedestal. I've healed from that situation by loving me more. But before, oh no, I did not like not one of them motherfuckers. Not one of them motherfuckers. I still don't, but I don't have hate towards them in my heart. And that came from loving me, putting me first, and realizing that I get to dictate my worth, not them. I do. But Spirit is calling you guys to express your emotions, be authentic, be vulnerable with who you are. Just love yourself raw, no filter. And that's how you're going to be aligning with your soul family. The more authentic that you are, like, that's such a powerful vibration to be in. Authenticity, oh my God, guys, seriously. Because it gets rid of the people who are not meant for you. It weeds out the, what do you call it? The weeds, yeah. There we go. Yeah, but you guys are in a transitional phase right now. Change is happening. Yeah, you're letting go of the past baggage. And you're learning to have compassion for yourself. Sorry, y'all, I cut off. Well, when you love yourself without conditions, it's really true freedom. Just holding a safe space for your emotions and knowing that it is not a weakness. When you have dark thoughts, just observe them. Don't take them on. Like, when we take them on, it causes a spiral of throughout our day. Like, it sets the tone, and then those thoughts lead to more thoughts, and then we just create the feeling of like anxiety, depression, all these other different feelings. So Spirit's saying that it's time for you to make a change in the ways that you allow your emotions to control you. Yes, we need to feel our emotions, but you don't need to let them control you. So that's coming up. But things are changing for the better for you guys. You're letting go of a world that was limited for you. You're embracing your limitless potential, and I love that for you guys. Creator mode is activated. Like, I'm really getting that energy strong, and you are unstoppable. On top, we have you are unstoppable. They tried to break your soul, but it did not work. They just allowed you to level up spiritually. Haha, got them. You guys are unlocking new psychic gifts as well. Spirit's saying spend time in nature at this time to help you guys. For some of you guys who are feeling like very anxious, spend time in nature. It's getting warmer now if you're on the East Coast, so there's no excuse to be inside. Just 5 minutes a day in nature will do wonders for you. Crystal healing. Spirit saying to research whatever crystals that be beneficial for you right now. Subconscious reprogramming. I feel like, what, guys, what I realize is when we double down on like listening to self-worth subliminals, like reprogramming our mind to love ourselves, things shift for us in the best way. It's not enough to listen to abundance on top of your beliefs. If you don't feel like you're worthy, abundance reprogramming is only going to work for a short period of time. It's like you really have to like go at the root of it, and everything starts with love, self-love, you. So in my opinion, self-love is the strongest subliminal that you can listen to really change your world internally and externally. Watch your favorite movie. We have nature coming up again. Spirit saying social media fame is coming in for you guys. Expect an increase in your following. That's coming up. Keep being consistent towards your goals, guys. Like, the difference between people who are like successful or not is the consistency. It has nothing to do with your skin tone. It has nothing to do with your whatchamacallit, your height. Is what do you believe you can achieve in this lifetime? Because everybody has their own crowd. Financial breakthrough is coming in. Unexpected money is coming in for you guys as well too. Spirit saying sort through your mail, pay old bills. So what I'm getting from that is, guys, you wanna be debt free. Get clear on how much debt you have. The universe will start to align certain things for us when we start to make certain decisions. So, for example, you say you want to be debt free and you've figured out how much debt you have. Then all of a sudden you get a download for a plan on how to create it. Next thing you know, you're walking through the mall and someone offers you $10,000, whatever it is. So many different possibilities. The universe will make it work. However, you have to show the universe that you are ready for it. It's not enough to say, I want to be debt free. What is your plan? Because you can say, I want to be debt free, but if the universe gave you $10,000 and you wasn't serious, you're just going to spend it on whatever. Make sure you don't forget to eat is coming up. We have Capricorn. And we have Old Soul. Okay. And on top of that, we have let them misunderstand you, and sudden change is coming in for this collective. Let's get some spirit messages. Any messages from spirit? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, I'm gonna read those because your girl. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. You know, guys, one thing I realized for me, when I kept hearing that, you know, you have to, like, reprogram your mind, you have to do all this extra shit to, like, really, you have to play a part in your role. It annoyed me because I didn't want to play a part in my, I didn't want to play a part in my reality. I just wanted things to just miraculously work out. But that's not how life works. I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to do the work. You have to, like, work on yourself internally, plant those seeds and be consistent with it, and then you'll start to see changes in your reality. Your frequency will automatically upgrade because now you have new beliefs. But it doesn't come from you doing it externally or wishing upon a star alone. You're gonna have to put in the work, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the sooner you start, the time will pass anyway. So you can either be on the road or not, you know, to be honest. But let me read these, guys, because I have to go to the gym. So let's see. Count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? So, you know, one thing I used to think was gratitude was just this, like, fake positivity thing that you had to do. But I realized that gratitude just helps you recognize the good that's already in your life instead of looking for more and more and more. Because we'll always want more. There's always more to have. So this keeps you in a content feeling. So this is actually for your own good, to feel content instead of in a needy state. So yeah, that's one thing I realized with gratitude. If you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that once closed are opening up, just in a different form. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. What I'm getting is you guys really try to settle for friends, relationships that were not worthy of you. What's about to come is going to be even better, and you may feel anxious because you're not used to good things. And Spirit's just saying calm your nervous system because good things are coming in for you. Make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. I love that. So what's coming in for you guys is a shift in your energy. The old you that used to, like, look for people to validate them, that person is dead. Dead and gone. Sometimes walking away is the only option, not because you want someone to miss you or realize they took you for granted, but because you finally respect yourself enough to know you deserve better. That self-respect eliminates anybody who's trying to, like, not respect you. You know what I mean? And people who don't respect you, they don't respect themselves. They don't. They really don't. So why would they have respect for other people? Have more faith in yourself. Be proud of how you are navigating every curveball that life throws at you. How you deal with those times shows your true inner resilience. Nothing can break that. That in itself is an inspiration for others. Keep shining your lights. I love that for you. Let's get some final advice. Spirit, what is your advice? Let's cleanse this, actually. The universe is speaking. Listen with all of your heart. Any other advice, Spirit? Okay. Anything else? Okay. You are energy. You are magic. Okay. You guys are realizing your how much of a master manifester you really are. I'm really realizing, like, you know, it's crazy when you get rid of those limited beliefs. How much you can do, how much you can really do in life. Be your own guide. What I'm getting from this is some of you guys need to get your own tarot cards, not only rely on videos that you see online, because the thing is, when you read for the collective, so many different people are in this energy space. When you read for yourself, you can take what's resonating for you instead of taking the whole message. That's one of the reasons why I even, like, bought my own tarot cards, because before I used to only read Oracle, which is crazy. I am peaceful and one with the earth. I feel like Mother Nature is really calling y'all. Let go of the things that no longer serve you. Spirit is just saying that you have elevated, you've evolved. The same things that worked before aren't going to work for you now. So be open to changing things up in your life. You will do the best you can every single day. I feel like that's the energy you're stepping into, where you're no longer beating yourself up. Like before, if you had like 10 things on your to-do list and you didn't finish them all, you'd be like, oh my god, I'm such a loser, I'm not productive, da 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 da. But now you're just like at the point where you're like, I got 3 things done today, and you celebrate yourself. And I love that for you. That's a completely shift in energy, and you'll get more things done the kinder you are to yourself. I'm ambitious and motivated. So yeah, so those are some messages from spirits. Is that all that I want to do? Let's put some mindful messages as well. Loving space. I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold a loving space for them as they go through their journey. So you guys are done with the whole like Captain Save-A-Ho lifestyle. You know, you're leaving people, like, you're letting people take it, the reins to their own life. Because before you wanted to help everybody because you know you've been through it, but you realize that not everybody wants your advice. You know, some people take it personally when you give them advice. It's almost like they think that you think that you're better than them. People be weird sometimes, you know. So guiding system. I love using my emotions as a guidance system. They show me how close or far away I am from what I want. When I'm feeling joy and doing the things I love, I'm in a state of allowing for my desires. I notice when I am feeling low vibrational thoughts and shift them to release resistance. Yeah, so Spirit saying that, you know, if some of you guys are looking for, I don't know, for example, social media fame, and you see someone who is growing, don't let that make you feel like that can't be you. So stop comparing yourself to other people and their growth. Because, you know, one thing I realized, when you start to see people around you elevating, it's because God's in the neighborhood. You're next. You're really next. Like, so, you know, it's time for you to start challenging the voice in your head that's trying to tell you, oh, you know, it can never be me. Why not you? Why not you? So we have playful. I go about life playfully and take things lightly. I can turn any hard day or heavy burden into a fun adventure. Why spend time upset when there is so much fun to be had? So I feel like your inner child is really calling you outside to play. So that's my messages for you guys today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, before I leave, I keep forgetting to advertise the things that I make. Oh my god, guys. So we have a higher activation plan PDF file available on my website now, and we also have it as a service. What I offer in both are in the description on my website. If that is something that you're interested in, you can work one-on-one with me. We can activate your higher self, your gifts, let go of what's no longer serving you. We do that in a 2-hour session. So that's all available on my website, and if you guys would like to send me any gifts as well, that'll be down below to support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you. Bye bye.